Hey, what is up, Muse? What is up, YouTube? Muse, starting off. I think you're a cool guy. I subscribe. I agree with you on what sucks and what doesn't most time, and I respect that a lot of your stuff are just opinions, and that's cool. That's why I subscribe. I like you, but I have a little pet peeve, and it's not really against you. It's against a lot of people, and it's something that I don't really understand. And it's the whole. Well, first off, Justin Bieber, fuck that guy. All right, I'm serious. Like, you give it maybe 2 or 3 years, this guy is solidly gonna be like a drug addict doing coke, crack, and he's gonna be on like celebrity rehab. It's gonna happen. Trust me. But the thing that I made this for was because I made a comment like on the thing, but I had to make a video. Was the whole Kurt Cobain Nirvana thing? I don't get why people hate Nirvana and Kurt Cobain so much. I just don't get it. I hate Pearl Jam. I just don't like them. I like their heavy songs, but mostly it's like all you ever hear is fuck Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, which I mean it's kind of funny. Yes, I am a hardcore fan of Nirvana. When I was a kid, they were the first band I got into, and I've growing up, I was one of those 15, 16-year-olds, and I was like, oh fuck you, Kurt Cobain and shit, and I get all offended. Now I'm a little older, I get it. I as a fan can tell you why they suck. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, Nirvana does suck, but they're still one of my favorite bands. Why do they suck? Well, Kurt's guitar playing, very easy, nothing hard, but it's punk. What do you expect? Lyrically, a lot of fans know that I love his lyrics, but I read that basically a lot of his lyrics were write-offs. He would just write a sentence, and then he'd write a few of them, and then he would put them together if they rhymed. That's what I've read anyway. And they don't believe everything you read. That's cool, but I like I said, I'm a fan, but I'm one of those people where I've grown up to where I can accept where people don't like Nirvana. I hate hearing "Come as You Are" every day. I hate hearing "Bloom," which is my least favorite Nirvana song on the radio every fucking day. It's like, what about Soulless Apprentice? What about something off of Bleach? Floyd the Barber. And that's another point. It's like you just hear people bitch and moan about Nirvana, fuck Kurt Cobain, blah blah blah. Look at the facts, dude. One reason why I love Nirvana and they're one of my favorite bands is because back in the day I was too young when the whole grunge explosion happened. And grunge, yeah, it became over bloated and stupid and generic. Like every other genre, it happens, But Nirvana, to me, like I just don't get why people hate them so much because I think it was great. The facts that I know of are that when Nevermind came out, when Teen Spirit first came out, it knocked Michael Jackson out of the #1 position. Like the rumor is that everybody who got the Michael Jackson CD went back and returned it and got Nevermind. Again, that's what I've heard. And, and I just thought it was kind of cool because, let's think about it. Back when Nirvana came out, what was it? It was C&C Music Factory and fucking Warrant on the fucking radio? Are you serious? I was shot myself just like Cobain did. But besides the point, I'm just saying, I just don't get why people hate them so much. Is it because they're on the radio all the time? Or because they're labeled, as one of the best of all time? It's like, I get it, I like a lot of bands too that I think it's bullshit that they're not named on like the top 100 or top 10 of all time. Yeah, it pisses me off too. There's a lot of bands I listen to. But it's like, come on people, really? You're gonna bitch about Kurt Cobain, Nirvana, of all people? When Nirvana came out, Teen Spirit, you realize something? Kurt Cobain didn't even want to be a rock star, okay? And a lot of people are like, well then don't play music. And it's like, yeah, you're right, okay? It was what he liked and what he was kind of good at. Tried out for the Melvins and it didn't happen. They said, dude, you can't cut it. So he started his own thing. And, I love Bleach. I think Bleach, their first album, phenom. It's raw, gritty for the time, it was underground and, it was made cheaply and it just had a substance. Nevermind, not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Kurt Cobain himself also said he did not like that record. He said it was too polished, too poppy, and hence why he made In Utero, which with the Steve Albini, who was an underground, producer with such bands as like F minus, and he did Chevelle, they're not underground, but besides the point, Steve Albini, the In Utero, that whole record, the original was never really released because the record company didn't like it. So they brought in, I think, Andy Wallace to mix it, to make it better. But whatever, the point being, again, just like me myself, I'm a huge Nirvana fan, but like I said, I can tell you why they suck. I agree, they're not perfect, nobody's perfect, It's like I like Green Day. Automatically, I know everyone's gonna be like, dude, fuck you. Not only do you listen to Nirvana, but you like Green Day? Well, fuck you, dude. I love Green Day. See them live, one of the best live bands out there. And people blame them for that, say that they're the reason why we have Good Charlotte and Blink-182. Kinda, but not really, because yeah, I mean they're poppy, but I don't really consider them in the same boat as like crap like Blink-182. Yes, I went to the tour when they were both on it, so I would know. Anyway, point being, I just really don't get why people hate Nirvana, and it just sometimes it irks me. It's like, dude, really? It's like you got nothing else to bitch about but some guy called Kurt No Brain or Go Bang or those are funny jokes. I'm not gonna lie, because. I don't believe Kurt Cobain killed himself. I'm one of those people. Yeah, I know. I'm going to get shit for that. Everyone's going to say, yeah, well, that's why you're defending Nirvana. Whatever. I'm not going to lie. I believe there is a possibility he could have offed himself. Let's put it this way. If you were banging Courtney Love too, wouldn't you shoot yourself? But whatever. But also, I used the whole thing. I read the book, Who Killed Kurt Cobain. Yes, conspiracy theory. I know. But from what I do know, there's no fingerprints on the gun. Dead men don't shoot themselves. Sorry. But, I know his shoe was off and he used, whatever. It's a long, stupid story that no one gives a shit about. The whole point is that, it's just that people, I just don't get it. I just really don't. And I think Nirvana meant a lot more to music than people give them credit for. Like I said, Bleach, good. Never mind. Whatever. In Hero, fuck yeah. Hard, kind of crunchy, had pop, still had pop in there, with Dumb and etc. Some people are good at making pop hits, and Kurt was, but at the same time, the album was very raw, and I just think a lot of people overlook that. They're like, oh, Nirvana's radio band and one of those bands. Well, look, dude, Pearl Jam's played on the radio, STP, Soundgarden. You can hate, I hate Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're like the one band from the 90s, early 80s, or late 80s that they never stop playing. It's like, God, really? But, so I can understand that sense. If you hate them because they're overplayed, that's cool. But it's like, come on. It's like, you people just bitch and moan all the time on YouTube. Oh, fuck Kurt Cobain. He was a druggie. Blah, blah. Yeah, congratulations. He did heroin. So did half the people in the 90s. It's not like something new, okay? He was a junkie. Hated being famous. So what? Big deal. The guy made music. Wasn't the only one. And the whole Bieber thing, oh my God. The fact that someone even mentioned Bieber and Cobain in the same sentence is sickening. I don't get that whatsoever. Nirvana and Bieber, you can't even compare the two. Revolutionized and crap, never gonna be remembered. His thing is, he's discovered by Usher, and oh God, whatever. That's terrible. Just again, I know everyone's gonna give me shit, saying fuck you, Nirvana sucks. That's cool. I can sit here and tell you why they do suck. I agree, but they are one of my favorite bands. And people are like, that doesn't make sense. You're right. Maybe it doesn't for you, but I just don't get why the hatred. Why do people hate Nirvana so much? It's like, I get it. They're not nothing to write home about. I want to say they're not Zeppelin, because let's face it, Zeppelin's overrated. As music, I think you do agree. But yeah, it's just, come on, people. I mean, you really gotta hate on Cobain so much? It's not fair. The guy wasn't that bad. He was a druggie. So what? Who isn't? But again, that's just my opinion. I had to voice it. Wasn't good enough just for 140, words or whatever it is. But yeah. So I agree with you, man. But yeah, you're right. They are overrated in a sense. But I do also think people give them a little too much shit, and nothing like Bieber. I think we can all agree we would rather listen to Nirvana than Bieber. And if not, then you need to not listen to music, because that's not cool. But yeah, again,